Well, welcome, Kevin, to today's customer showcase featuring J. Anthony Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem, no problem. So I just wanted to begin by asking you a few questions. Tell us a little bit about your company, how long you've been around for, and what kind of services do you guys provide?
Well, J. Anthony, just like it says, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. We just celebrated 10 years this year in February. So we've been around a little while in our area here in the Coachella Valley. What else do you want to know?
Well, how many trucks you guys have in the field right now?
How many trucks? Okay, how many trucks? We have about 8 trucks on the road. Usually 2-man crews in each one.
Okay.
We have 3 service techs who basically run calls, and then the rest are our install crews that go in and actually, do the bulk of the work. Especially if it's installation, water heaters, equipment, that sort of thing. Our service techs do a little bit of that work, so long as it's simple repairs, but most of it's done by our install crews.
All right, great. Now, how many jobs would you say you guys do on an average day?
On an average day, I'd say, 15 to 20.
Okay.
It's a little slow yet. We're still not quite into season yet, but usually about 15 to 20 on a busy day. 30 and 40 calls sometimes.
All right, nice. Now, who is your customer? Do you mostly work with residential or commercial type customers?
We're primarily residential. We do a little bit of commercial.
Okay.
But primarily it's residential here.
All right, good. So, you're looking at VaZing. What were some of the business challenges that drove you to selecting a software solution?
We wanted to be able to access this anywhere. So it was the option of creating our own server, or going with something like VaZing, where it's all web-based, so we could access it anywhere. So, and we decided to go with that. That, along with we had some hardware issues because we upgraded to 64-bit computers, and we couldn't find any real software that wanted to run on that kind of equipment. So, this being web-based, though, wasn't an issue.
Okay. Now, what were you using before? Did you have another system in place?
What we've been using for the last 10 years is we had Schaefer's.
Okay.
But it ran in DOS.
Yep.
Now they've upgraded since then, but we never got the new stuff, and so we've got it on just one computer, and unfortunately we couldn't upgrade. We couldn't upgrade and move it onto any newer equipment, so we were stuck with our old, 1999 computer in here.
Well, that doesn't seem like
old and tired.
It doesn't seem like a long time ago, but
it doesn't. But in computer age, that's a long time. 10 years is a long time, and it's going to be gone here one of these days. All that data that's in there is going to be lost, and we managed to get some of it moved over, but not all of it.
Okay. What was life like before you started with VaZing?
Well, it's just a little more complicated, a little frustrating because it is DOS. It makes it difficult to maneuver around when you're in the middle of working on something, and then another call comes in or something comes in. You have to back out of everything and remember to save your way all the way back. Whereas in this, because it's Windows, it's basically Windows-based operation.
Mm-hmm.
It allows us to kind of set some work to the side and come back to it later. Makes it nice.
Okay, good. So, what were some of the favorite features that you liked about VaZing?
VaZing, well, I like the mapping ability. I like to be able to see where these calls are. It helps me to decide who's going to get the call, and I can kind of, once I get the calls all set, I can actually go through and kind of organize them a little bit too, as far as which one we'll go to first and who's going to take it, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Not to mention that I've had the ability to kind of keep track of some of the dollar amounts that we haven't been able to do in the past.
All right, good. So, Kevin, how would you rate our service on a scale of 1 to 10? What kind of service level would you say we've provided you?
Well, as far as communicating with you guys and stuff, it's definitely 10. You've always been there for me every time I've called. Even late, I've been amazed. I've called like a couple minutes before 5, and I've always managed to get a hold of Darian. It's been great.
All right, good. And just for full disclosure, are you receiving anything to say that right now?
Absolutely not.
What would you say to other HVAC companies, both small and large, looking at VaZing? What kind of recommendation would you make to them and their shopping experience?
Well, definitely give it a try for sure, because I mean the great thing about this is there's really no investment up front. It's just a matter of pay as you go. I mean, if you want to try something out and see if it enhances your business, this is the way to go.
Now, I know the pricing structure is based on job volume. What kind of return on investment would you say you've received for each one of your jobs? Do you think it's an immediate ROI?
Well, I don't know. It just depends on what do you mean by that exactly? Just
Well,
as far as
with traditional software, there are companies out there that charge a couple $1,000 for software. Now, with VaZing?
well, definitely it's going to be immediate because one, there's no money up front. I didn't have to buy anything to start using the program. Everything I had is right here. I open up my browser, go to the website, log in, and away I go. So no, definitely in that regard, it's relatively immediate. There's only a few things that you have to really do to set it up to work. Within 15, 20 minutes, you can get your addresses in there, and as far as where you're located and that sort of thing, and add some artwork to create an invoice, and it's all pretty minimal investment as far as time, 15, 20 minutes, and then you're ready to go. You're ready to start using the program. It's nice.
All right, good.